We got this curveball thrown at us over the weekend about China's export laws and wanting to have some say over a final deal. But do you think it's as imminent as we're hearing?
Well, I had heard that from a number of sources. I think it's closer than not close. It has to move on at these times, and I think the issue is who has the better technology and who can deliver the security that the U.S. government's requiring, and then of course there's the price. I wouldn't count out Oracle, although everybody seems to feel that Microsoft and Walmart have it wrapped up. I wouldn't count out Oracle in this case.
Because of political ties?
A lot of things. I think not just that. They certainly are. It's certainly a good technology company. That's not the issue. I do think Microsoft and Walmart together can do a lot more with this company, and they're more experienced. It's just that I think some of the investors for ByteDance are more inclined towards Oracle, although the founder of ByteDance is, of course, a fan of Microsoft and has worked there, I believe.
Hey, Kara, I just want to ask you about the developments over the weekend, too. I mean, for whoever gets the company, right now, China wanting to perhaps limit in some way the transfer of technology, it raises a few important questions, such as can Microsoft, Walmart, or Oracle actually continue to create new features, keep up engagement if they acquire this company, if they don't necessarily have the experience with those algorithms and the things that really make TikTok so special to users here?
Well, it's definitely an issue, and the question of, is this the Chinese retaliation? I mean, some people were suggesting, we had Tim Wu on last week from Columbia University talking about that China's already retaliated by not letting U.S. companies in there. But it's not exactly the same thing because it's just a different country, and we have an open internet, and they do not. But I do think that it would throw a problem in it. I mean, the whole issue around TikTok is how good the algorithms are and how creative they are. And the question is, have they been created by the U.S. Entity, which is run by a woman named Vanessa Pappas, who's a very talented former Google executive, or whether it's technology that is from China and developed there. So I think it's a big question in general, whoever takes it over. You know, you have worries if an Oracle takes it over, almost no consumer experience, or zero practically. And then you have Walmart and Microsoft, and how do they work together, and what is their relationship? And so it's complex no matter how you slice it. And I think the question is, will this service continue to grow and thrive as it has been under the ownership of ByteDance?
Yeah, Kara, it's David. Do you have any insight into that relationship between Microsoft and Walmart? You know, not a partnership we necessarily would have seen coming. Do you have sort of any sense as to, particularly on the Walmart side, what they're thinking?
Sure, commerce and advertising. You know, Amazon people don't think of Amazon as an advertiser, but they absolutely are. And so they have a big and growing business, and also a commerce business. And so you can see them trying to compete with Amazon in that regard and holding on to a consumer service that has huge amounts of commerce possibilities and things like that. And so that makes total sense. Now, Doug McMillon, who runs the company, has really leaned hard into internet stuff, and he's tried very hard. And I think it'd be hard not to try to go for this. I don't know their personal relationships. And remember, this is all a lot about personal relationships. CEOs, obviously, Doug McMillon has appeared at the White House. Larry Ellison has close ties to the White House, as does Safra Katz at Oracle. Satya Nadella, probably less so, but he has certainly appeared and been sort of nonpartisan. And so the question is, who can convince whoever's speaking for the White House? And it shifts between Steve Mnuchin and Peter Navarro, who comes in all the time and sort of messes up things. And so that's the big question, is who's going to have the influence over this deal in the end. And it will be, of course, President Trump.
Finally, Kara, you've been, safe to say, I think you're a fan of the product itself that TikTok offers, right?
Yes. Yes, very
I wonder,
much so.
do you look to the LinkedIn deal as an analog to how Microsoft might absorb something like this?
Well, I would hope so. That would be the thing, that they would run it separately, that it would be run creatively in the way that the others have been run. You know, they have had less people have complained more about Skype, which we're on right now. It hasn't innovated as much, but they have GitHub. They've got a whole bunch of they have Minecraft, and they're certainly able to do this. Microsoft's completely able in terms of security. It depends on where the finances come down, whether the number is closer to 30 billion or 20 billion, and who has more resources to invest in it. Even though I don't see Oracle owning this, it seems crazy. I don't think you can count them out of this deal by any means whatsoever.